everyone, and welcome to A-Flix. Today, we're taking a trip to the wonderful world of Korean cinema. Get ready to be amazed because we're counting down the top 11 must-watch Korean movies. From action-packed thrillers to heartwarming romances, we've got something for every movie lover out there. So, grab your popcorn, settle in, and get ready to discover your next favorite film. Barking Dogs Never Bite is a black comedy film. The movie centers around Yoon-ju, a struggling postgraduate student who is frustrated with the constant barking of a dog in his apartment complex. His financial struggles and disillusionment with the academic system lead him to take drastic measures against the dog, which ultimately results in a series of events that expose the darker aspects of Korean society. The movie's dark humor and satire are balanced by its exploration of the absurdity and cruelty that humans inflict on each other and on animals. The film explores themes such as corruption, the value of education, and the treatment of animals. The film received critical acclaim for its unique blend of humor and social commentary, and it is considered a precursor to Bong Joon-ho's later critically acclaimed films, including Parasite.
2년 전 바로 오늘 그녀와 전 이 자리에 타임캡슐을 묻었습니다.
My Sassy Girl is a romantic comedy film directed by Kwak Jae-young and starring Jun Ji-hyun and Ja Tae-hyun. The story revolves around Jae-woo, a carefree college student who rescues a drunk girl, known only as the girl, from falling onto train tracks. Despite their differences, they form an unlikely bond, with the girl being an angry and abusive person who demands unusual favors from Jae-woo. The film explores themes of love, relationships, and self-discovery as the two navigate their complex emotions and confront their own personal struggles. The movie features a memorable soundtrack, including Pachelbel's Canon in D, and has become a beloved classic in Korean cinema.
아니 정계 인사도 아니고 락 걸어놓은 민간인 내 평생 처음 본다.
너도 내가 나쁜 사람처럼 보이니?
The Man from Nowhere is an action thriller film that follows the story of Cha Ji-hoon, a mysterious and isolated man who runs a small pawn shop in a rundown district of Seoul. Despite his reclusive nature, Ji-hoon is drawn into the lives of a young girl named So-mi and her mother, who are being stalked and terrorized by a group of human traffickers. As Ji-hoon becomes more entangled in the situation, he discovers that he has a deep connection to So-mi and her mother, and that he is uniquely qualified to help them. With his exceptional fighting skills and resourcefulness, Ji-hoon sets out to protect the mother-daughter duo from the clutches of the ruthless traffickers. Along the way, he uncovers dark secrets about his own past and the true nature of his connection to So-mi. The film is known for its intense action sequences, poignant character development, and a gripping narrative that explores themes of redemption, sacrifice, and the power of human connection. The Man from Nowhere received widespread critical acclaim and has become a cult classic in the world of Asian cinema.
소미를 찾아도 너희 둘은 죽는다.
Hailed by critics, international box office sensation, The Chaser is a thriller film that follows a former detective, Woo Jin-hyuk, who runs a private investigation agency. He is approached by a wealthy businessman, Park Jin-tae, who asks him to track down his missing daughter. Jin-hyuk agrees, but as he delves deeper into the case, he discovers that the girl is not who she seems to be. The investigation leads him to a series of gruesome and disturbing events, forcing him to confront his own dark past and the true nature of the case. Throughout the film, Jin-hyuk's obsession with solving the case drives him to make increasingly reckless decisions, putting himself and those around him in danger. As the truth begins to unravel, Jin-hyuk is forced to confront the dark underbelly of society and the true extent of the evil he is up against. The Chaser is a gripping and intense thriller that explores themes of obsession, morality, and the blurred lines between good and evil. The film received widespread critical acclaim for its suspenseful storytelling, strong performances, and atmospheric direction. The Chaser.
대마하려고 대학 간다.
A Taxi Driver is a South Korean historical drama film based on the true story of German journalist Jürgen Hinspeter, who documented the Gwangju Uprising in 1980. The film follows the journey of a down-on-his-luck taxi driver, Kim Man-seop, who is hired by Hinspeter to take him to Gwangju. As they navigate the city under siege by the military, Kim becomes increasingly involved in the events and witnesses the brutal suppression of the student protests. The movie follows Kim's transformation from a self-centered individual to a more politically conscious person, but some critics felt that this transformation was overly formulaic and lacked emotional depth. Despite this, Song Kang-ho's performance was widely praised for bringing charm and humor to the character. The film's portrayal of the Gwangju Uprising and its impact on the people involved was also commended. The movie does not shy away from depicting the violence and brutality of the events, but it also shows the resilience and courage of those who fought for their rights.
손님을 두고 왔어.
I Saw the Devil is a brutal revenge thriller about a secret agent named Kim Soo-hyun whose fiancée is brutally murdered by a serial killer named Jang Kim-chul. After discovering Jang is the killer, Soo-hyun decides to take matters into his own hands and embarks on a twisted game of cat and mouse, repeatedly capturing and releasing Jang in order to inflict maximum suffering on him. The film explores the moral descent of Soo-hyun as he abandons his principles in pursuit of vengeance, becoming as monstrous as the killer he is hunting. Critics praised the film's intense violence and grim exploration of the cycle of violence, though some found the brutality excessive. Overall, I Saw the Devil is a dark, uncompromising thriller that examines the high price of revenge. The lead performances, particularly by Choi Min-sik as the chilling serial killer, are widely acclaimed.
타마코です.
よろしくお願いいたします、お嬢様.
연변. 이쁘면 이쁘다고 미리 말을 해줘야 할 거 아니야.
The Handmaiden is a psychological thriller film based on the novel Fingersmith by Sarah Waters. The film is set in 1930s Korea under Japanese colonial rule and follows the story of a young pickpocket named Suk-hee, who is hired as a handmaiden to a Japanese heiress named Hideko. Suk-hee is part of a plot to defraud Hideko, but as she becomes closer to her, she begins to develop feelings for her. Meanwhile, Fujiwara, a charming and manipulative man, is also involved in the scheme and uses his charm to seduce Hideko. As the story unfolds, Suk-hee and Hideko form a deep bond, and their relationship becomes a powerful tool for subverting the societal norms and expectations imposed by the men around them. The film explores themes of sexuality, class, and colonialism, using a complex web of relationships and power dynamics to create a thrilling and emotionally charged narrative.
이 순사밥도 먹는 거고 내가 다른 거 몰라도 이 사람 보는 눈은 있다는 거 알아?
Memories of Murder is a neo-noir crime thriller film based on the true story of the Wailing murders, which took place in South Korea between 1986 and 1991. The story follows two detectives, Park Do-man and Cho Yong-koo, as they struggle to solve the case of multiple young women being found raped and murdered by an unknown culprit. The detectives' methods are suspect, and their forensic technology is limited, leading to a series of failed investigations and confessions. The story is told through the perspective of Park Do-man, who is haunted by the case years later and begins to suspect that the killer may still be at large. The film explores themes of incompetence, corruption, and the psychological toll of the case on the detectives. The film features a strong cast, including Song Kang-ho and Kim Sang-kyung, and has received widespread critical acclaim for its gripping portrayal of the case and its impact on the detectives involved.
그래도 내 눈가는 못 속여요. 딱 보면 티가 나.
Oldboy is a psychological thriller film. The story begins in 1988 when Oh Dae-soo, a businessman, is kidnapped and held captive in a hotel room for 15 years without any explanation. During his captivity, he learns that his wife has been murdered and he has been framed for her death. After being released, Dae-soo sets out to find his captor and uncover the truth behind his imprisonment. Along the way, he discovers that his captor is an old high school classmate, Woo Jin, who has a grudge against him. The film explores themes of revenge, morality, and the psychological effects of trauma. It features a powerful performance by Choi Min-sik and a haunting score that complements the film's dark and intense atmosphere.
여기 한 봐요, 어? 그럼 접다 만 거잖아요, 지금. 넷 중 하나는 불량인 거지.
Parasite is a dark comedy thriller film that follows the story of the Kim family, a poor family who are struggling to make ends meet. They find an opportunity to infiltrate the lives of the wealthy Park family by posing as unrelated, highly qualified individuals. The Kim's deception leads to a series of events that expose the class differences and social injustices between the two families. The film explores themes of social class, poverty, and the exploitation of the poor by the wealthy. It is known for its unique blend of genres, including comedy, thriller, and drama, which keeps the audience engaged and entertained. The movie's social commentary is subtle yet powerful, making it a thought-provoking and impactful film. Parasite received widespread critical acclaim and won numerous awards, including the Palme d'Or at the 2019 Cannes Film Festival, the Golden Globe for Best Foreign Language Film, and 4 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, Best Director, Best Original Screenplay, and Best International Feature Film. It is considered one of the best films of the 2010s and a landmark in Korean cinema.
나아가 이제까지 본 악질 중에서 갑 중에 갑이요.
A mysterious illness starts spreading through a small village in South Korea, leading to a series of brutal murders. Police officer Jang-gu investigates the strange occurrences, which seem to be connected to the arrival of a mysterious Japanese stranger living in the mountains. As the illness spreads, Jang-gu's own young daughter Hyo-jin becomes infected. Desperate to save her, Jang-gu seeks help from a local shaman named Il Gwang. However, a woman named Moo-young warns Jang-gu that the stranger is actually an evil demonic force responsible for the plague. The film builds to a climactic confrontation, where it's revealed the stranger is indeed a powerful demon wreaking havoc on the village. The film concludes with the demon and his accomplice continuing their cycle of possession and murder in the town. Alright folks, that wraps up our list of the top 11 must-watch Korean movies. We hope you enjoyed this journey through Korean cinema. If you did, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more movie recommendations. In the comments below, let us know what your favorite Korean movie is. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching!